What's going on, everybody? Woo. Hey, what's up, Blue? How are you? Chris Barrett, what's going on? And Riley Plays. Jonathan, wait till this music, epic music starts back in for the next 15 seconds. And Riley Plays. Chris, what is going on? Hope you guys are good. Yay! That's right, man. Good stuff here. 10 seconds to go. Special thanks there to all of our subscribers, newest donations, and recent sponsors there with Mr. Greg. So hope you guys are ready for a little JCB Pioneer. Let's get it going here. All right, let's go ahead and make things, there we go. And we'll go ahead and cut our music and stuff down. And we'll leave a little bit here in the background. Hey, what's up, Keegan? Newsboy, what's going on, man? Great to see everybody. Oops, it looks like I got a few things playing on top of one another. Let me go ahead and pull that away. Alright, there we go. Woo! Get some good in there. Alright, so we should be good. Alright, there we go. So welcome everybody here. Welcome to JCB Pioneer. I hope you all are looking forward to this. I know Mr. Blue is really looking forward to this. And it's actually a really good game. It's a really good game. It's a really chill game, but it's also got its complicated factors with it. So let's dig in. Hopefully connection holds. Things are looking good now. So you guys please feel free to donate Streamlabs. We got Super Chats. We've also got all of our sponsors running up here above me. So if you guys want to consider sponsor, go ahead. It's $4.99 a month. It's only a one-time fee at the beginning of the month, and it does go helping out a lot here to the channel. We put a lot of work into this, and you know, every little bit helps. So also, all the way on the far left of your screen there, Full Tilt at Twitter. You can reach me there at Full Tilt, and then Full Tilt Gaming Facebook, and our brand new Steam community, FTGUNITED. That's it. Other than that, guys, let's get it cranking. So 3132 on there. So let's put on a few more subs tonight. So if anybody has not come in and subscribed, if you are enjoying or you will enjoy what's going on here, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget, guys, like these videos. We're still figuring out YouTube, what YouTube wants and what they want us as content creators to do. So I'm hopefully that's going to at least start alleviating and fixing itself over the next couple of, or at least next week or so. So let's go ahead, let's continue the game. Now we are leaving this out right where we left off, and I kind of screwed up the last time we came in. And I wound up really screwing myself over. So we deleted our refinery, which is what needed to go in next. And then so it pulled back, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I deleted that. All I really meant to do was just replace it and spin it around and then set it back down. And yeah, so we screwed up. So big updates came in on JCB here the last little bit here. Let me just cut down this music just a little bit. Or you guys can let me know if it's a little too loud or a little too soft, and I don't really know. It's kind of weird what I hear in my ears. It's certainly not what you guys hear on phones, earphones, whatever you got going on. So, all right, here we go. Just do the thing. What's up, Keegan? And what is going on, Jerry's Projects? I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. All right, so here we are back in our hab unit. So you can see a few things have changed. This nice big crafting station here was put over here, and they've redesigned that. You'll notice once we move outside, if you've been keeping up with anybody doing this particular game or whatnot, you've got a lot more options. Hey, thank you there, Nathan Chilgott. Appreciate that. Got all of our sound effects in for this Space Age to Mars. So good deal. So all right, so we can make these things here, copper wires, detonators, med kits, mediums, I mean all this stuff here we can all make here. Now we do have cargoes, we can put anything in there as well. So think of this as a hoarding slash crafting slash storage slash survival slash everything. You notice power, range, our heartbeat, and down there is our O2. So food's at 90, water's at 77. Now we can get into any of these crates and find stuff. So right now, here's what we've got so far. We've got a couple of things over here. We've got all of our O2 generators. Our hydroponics labs is already done. We've got a few more additions here. We've got water collector there, a couple of more solar panels here. A couple of them need fixing, but not a big deal. We've got a big warehouse storage facility. Now that's something that's you know, brand new here. The other thing here is the refinery. Now this is the one with the big O1 there, so it does have step ladders. I can go up, I can access a panel up there, and then I can refine certain metals, and then use those metals that come out of the refinery and put those into the hab, into the crafting station, and that's how I can do a lot of my ins and outs. Now we've got two other things here, like the title of the video says, waste collection and sanity sanitation is going to be one of those. So we're going to also be collecting, but to build the sanitation, we have to finish the refinery first. So we've got our JCB garage here, as well as our normal little JCB machine that's in there, X15 or whatever they call it. So, all right, Gear Jammer Chats, what's up, man? How are you? Is the refinery for gas or fuel? Well, the refinery just makes all of our fine metals, so they'll call them refined copper, refined whatever, and it's kind of a neat little deal. So let's go ahead and let's just see, because the new things and updates, and you guys have kind of seen me struggle about how to, get into these and see some of these different things. Now they've really updated JCB enormously, and I think way for the better. So you can now go up to all these and see exactly what you need to get. So as you can see, we need to get a few more iron, aluminum, and coppers. Magnesium is on our list here. So these are things that we should have done, and since I deleted it and had to go back, I'm gonna have to redo this part, which is fine. And then we'll get into the actual refining of the metal. So let's go ahead and let's see what we've got. Let's pick up a few things, because as you can see, our all there at the bottom are 1, 2, 3, 4. All of those units are empty, so we need to make sure that we get stock up on a little bit of O2 so we don't suffocate when we go out. And let's see, those should be over here. So we'll pick up. So we have nothing in the suit right now, so we can go ahead and grab a few of these. So we'll grab 4 of those, and then maybe 1, 2 of those. Hey, what's up, Josh? How are you, man? You also like the company JCB? Yeah, man. It's a good company. I like it. They do a lot of really good stuff. They got a lot of great machines, and we use a lot of those in farm sim as well. So always cool to see those kind of cross-platform go from game to game. So all right, so here's our just bird's eye view of what we got going on here. It's pretty neat. So you can see kind of how much room you have for expansion. So I left some places in between these big buildings here to go ahead and do a few things. So let's see. So I haven't connected any power to this. We got to get things going here. So let's grab, where is it? Yeah, let's grab one of these. So one thing we got to do is move all of this up here. So this is basically, we've got our suit that we can carry 10 items in, and then we can space those out and carry 4 of 8 items. So once you access those, kind of like this, now you can go fix some things. So we'll go ahead and fix a few things there as we get out here. Get everything bound up at 100%, we'll hop into JCB, and let's pick us out a few places to go dig, go collect some more materials, and then we'll get this refinery on and get it going. So. Oh, it's funny, Ron. A little inside joke there. Ron's always sleeping in the hammock there at, on the farms, on Full Tilt Farms. So. All right. So a lot of people ask, the last couple of live streams I did, a lot of people ask, what was the future of development with this? Where it was going? Kind of seems like it's in a first, little bit of a early access phase. So I think this update was pretty much everything that everyone had played the game, that had accessed the forums and whatnot, was pretty much everything that they had saw that was wrong with the game. And I cannot, especially if there's guys that may watch this later, which obviously I hope there are. It is amazing how much updating to this game they've done. Now, a lot of things are for the better. Some will like it. Some will say, man, it's okay. Okay, that vein is depleted. This one's zinc and silica. I don't need any of that. Let's see what this one is. Okay, we do need iron, magnesium. I'm not sure. We might need to stop off and just make sure. So the hardest part about this one is that I don't have all of my stuff stored up and saved. So we're going to kind of have to be going back and forth here just so I can get my bearings. All right, I know we got to need iron though. Hey, what's up, Nona? What's happening? When am I going to complete ETS? I don't know. ETS is kind of, oh, no. Just want to, wait a minute. Items left for crates will inspire. No, wait a minute. Items left in, okay, I guess they're going to expire. Okay. Oh, that's the vehicle crate. Alright, so let's hop out of here. I'm check. I don't think we need magnesium. So if I actually get magnesium, I'm gonna go ahead and at least chunk some of it. Okay, so iron and magnesium is what we need. All right, let's get it. Let's get it and go. Nothing is happening. Yeah, that's got to be on your end. Connection's good here for for once on a Saturday night. I've got the quality is a little bit down, just on 30 frames instead of 60, so you guys may know it's not quite as smooth as usual, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so let's go back and let's find. I think this was the one. Yep. So let's go ahead and set our waypoint there. All right, so waypoint updated, and where is the waypoint? I'm looking at my map up there. Oh, you said. Okay, all right, I'm with you now. All right. All right, so I'm having so I'm looking to see where our waypoint is. I see it's got the 14.4 kilometers, but I don't know if I'm going the right way. So let's just see. All right, yeah, this is the right way. I guess maybe we can go down that way. Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember this way. This one's a doozy. There's been a lot of informational things updated. I kind of started touching on it earlier. There's been a ton of informational stuff that has happened in this game in the big update. One of those was, oh, look at here. Let's see what we can do here. Some of this stuff is new. Like, I remember some of this happening, but not. All right, so we can open the satellite up, and so that suit cargo, was that all this was in there? Hey, what's up, Jimmy the Wrench? How are you? For him. All right. There. Okay. And so I made a big mistake my first time and did not keep a track of my water and my food. So totally lost all that I'd done. So each one of your suits and stuff, you'll see whether or not you have protection. We should have protection for this. I think we've got up to a level 5. Yeah, there you go. So our shielding is active. We're just inside a meteor shower. So a lot of these areas will unlock once you get the corrosion shielding. So if you'd have come up here and then tried to access this, you'd have died. You wouldn't even made it through all that. But now we've got all our corrosion protection in there. Now we're a lot better off. So let's see. Looks like we spun around. So let's go ahead and. Ah, there it was. Hey, what's up, Lego? How are you, man? And Chuck, what's up, bro? Man, how are you? Mr. Chuck, our long resident moderator and buddy there, he's been working hard to say the least. All right, so we need the iron and magnesium, so we'll pick up what we need here and just grab as much as we can hold. It shouldn't take long. So we got 5 of iron, and I can't exactly remember how much of that stuff, other stuff we needed. Chuck's here taking. ATS call. Hey, I've done some ATS, man. I have done ATS. I've done ETS. We did episodes of that. We've done some farm sim. It's kind of the problem with the variety channel. Nobody's ever happy. You've always got somebody that wants you to play something you literally just got done playing. And, you know, it's okay. I understand it. I mean, I have to like it, but I do understand it. Get a little close here to these explosions. All right. Trying to get over here and see if we can get onto some of these other veins here. Hey, what's up, Robert? How are you, man? And you killed all the tiny cards. Yeah. There's the magnesium. I'm not sure if it brings up missions. Yeah, because we don't have any active right now. So this is kind of a slow part of the game right now, mainly because we don't have the excavating power and capacity that we will once we get some big things built. We've got an excavator that we can buy. I can show that, showcase that, those in the store there. But we still have a few things that we have to do before we can get enough money to buy those. So, all right. So there's our O2. So we do have a O2 canister. We'll go ahead and jiffy that up. All right. So there's our cargo hold is full. So now we just need to go back exactly where we. Exactly where we came back from. I'm really good. Thanks for asking there, Robert. You guys got questions, especially on the game, ask away. Use this as a informational kind of a try before you buy if you're interested in this game. I actually really like it. It's just a game I can't stream all the time. It's just not enough need for viewership out there, and I have to kind of look out for that as well. Is Gold Rush out? No, it's not. I think it's October 7th, maybe. So we're nearing the time Gold Rush comes out. So that's going to be a big one. Bulldozers just got released yesterday, I believe. Big old bulldozers. So that's going to be cool. You'll be able to flatten out, clear out land, be able to wheel load that stuff up once it's plowed through. So you'll be able to rip the ground and everything. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a really good one. That's going to be good for us construction sim guys. So we'll see what happens. There you Gold Rush, the new season starts. All right, so they're going to release it with the TV show, it looks like. It'll be something if our live streams got more views than the video on the actual Gold Rush do. Like, yeah, FTG, that's not going to happen there, bud. All right, so there's our sanitation station. It is, I did not mean for that to rhyme. Tell you what, let's go ahead and let's pull in here. It'll recharge us at least our everything else. So it'll recharge our O2, and then it'll go ahead and do the range and power there and recharge our, here we go, and recharge our vehicle. Now the good thing is you can pull right up to these corner posts here, and you should, there we go. And alright, so now we can transfer everything. So we've got 20 magnesiums, so we can go ahead and transfer those. So that's done. And we've got, oh wow, we've got a lot of irons. Now I want to see, I'm not sure. So that's all I've, oh, wait a minute, let's see what else I needed. I forgot. I need someone taking notes. Alright, so aluminum and copper are our two next. Aluminum and copper. Alright. So I'm going to go see. I'm not exactly sure. I've not really messed much. I think I have to do it inside the hab. This would be the one thing that I'm not exactly completely... okay, building's inactive. Oh, I know why. Okay. Alright, we'll just hold off on that because I need to build this one and then I can connect the power from the two. Alright, so aluminum and pure copper. I don't need pure copper. Whew, it's got a lot of different stuff in that. Alright, let's see what's over here. Aluminum, tungsten, pure copper. Just need regular copper. Don't need anything that pure. Alright, that vein's depleted. So you also have to watch out once you... yeah, there you go. So you see your yellow lines closing in. So that's your range. So it kind of lets you know if you're in a specific spot. If you start getting out of range, then it means you're neither going to die before you get back to the hab, or it means your vehicle is going to lose its charge or fuel, or you know, both on the way back. So that's the catch-all with that one. Yeah, throw it out there. Yeah, blue, copper, and aluminum. Alright, so all I'm seeing is pure copper. Let's go back over. See, I know this was my favorite one, but see, they've added this vein depletion thing, which is a little different. So it's not what we used to have. Used to be these veins lasted a lot longer than they did. So there's copper and aluminum. So let's just go. Maybe we'll just have to go for one or the other. I don't know if we're going to be able to get both of them in the same. So there's a pure copper, aluminum, pure copper. Ugh. All right, let's just go to zinc and silica. Where's this one? Iron and aluminum. All right, let's just go get the aluminum here. We'll chunk out our iron, and then we'll, okay, that's carbon there. And then the last one there is, we'll have to find that. So we'll have to get our copper from somewhere else, but let's just shoot for this one first. And that way we've got a better chance of getting into what we don't get. We'll just go ahead and delete. So. On the Mexico Mayhem, yeah, man. I enjoyed that. We just did a 2.4 update there to Durango, and it was absolutely awesome. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Those guys with the Viva Mexico package, man, they've really outdone themselves on that. It's just a superb job on the mods. They're really good. All right, so there's our waypoints. A lot easier to see at night. It'll be nice if there's a way to speed up the night, but it's not. So I started something on Twitter today, and I was trying to see if anybody else had come in. If you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and do that. You can get it there at Full Tilt and Full Tilt Gaming on Facebook. I was trying to take a little bit of a Twitter poll today because I'm trying to find out what you guys are most excited for here coming up this fall. Now, it doesn't have to be September or just necessarily October. I just want to know what games you guys are really looking the most forward to. Whether that's, I think Greg, one of our sponsors there, came in and said, hey, that's Platinum DLC for him is what he wanted to see, so that's cool. So I'm just curious what you guys, if you are on Twitter, go ahead and check your Twitter and come back and tweet to me, reply back to that. I'm kind of curious. All right, so looks like, oh boy. New Call of Duty, all right. Yes, a ton of detail. A school bus. Am I driving a school bus? Well, the one I got, I could not get to work, and I'm assuming that's because of the mod set or Project Quest or something else that I had in it. So I'll have to do a little more research on that particular mod. But we do have a couple of more. I've got a couple of nice edits to a couple of other trucks. We may roll those out. But I'll just have to keep digging on the school bus. It works with the default game, but I don't play mine on the default game. Josh says Gold Rush. Oh, cargo full's already. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what we do have. All right, I think we did it here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we got 24 items of that. It's 45 iron. I'm just gonna go ahead and chunk some of these because I don't need all of these. There's the one thing about, at least right now, I don't have as much storage. I could take them back to the hab, but then I want to be able to keep continually getting the aluminum. So I want to get a little bit more of that, and that way it goes a little bit longer. And I won't have to come back to this same hole and dredge again. We can go somewhere else, find our copper, and then be done with it. That way, at least you make as much without having to drive back and forth. So there's one aluminum, so we need about 3 or 4 more, I think. Mashinki, alright. Hey, what's up, Nox39? How are you doing, man? Do I want to be your friend? Well, sure, stay in here and chat and hang out with us some. And I call a lot of these guys here in chat friends. So, welcome to the group, man. Hope you continue to enjoy the content here with FTG. We got lots of stuff going on. It's just, today was a chill day, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to stream something I haven't streamed in quite a while. So, whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, so I need to make sure I go the right way. Alright, so we're going back to the hab, so yeah, we got to go back the other way. Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Raptor put up some Mashinki transport. I think he put some up yesterday, I think. So if you haven't checked that out, if you want to see it, I'm pretty sure he put some out. I've also been looking at a couple of those transport games. I don't know how much. You know, I'm more of a live stream guy than more I am recorded content. So I'm kind of curious. I don't know how that stuff transports. Now, Euthris is another guy that's here, does a lot of stuff with the Rat Pack. He does a lot of crazy stuff with Planet Coaster and a bunch of stuff like that. I mean, he's extremely good at it. Now, his live streams do really well, but he's got an audience that's fine-tuned for that. And I don't necessarily I've got an audience for a live stream kind of build and sim game, kind of like a like a City Skylines or a even this game's kind of borderline. You're just not up standing up creating on a map and then diving down in and taking a peek at it. A little bit more interactive, but the same idea. I'm doing good there, Charles. I hope you're doing well. Thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out. If you do like what you see or want to see a little bit more, go ahead and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated, guys. We've got a few things going on here. Obviously, we've got sponsorships. If you don't know what sponsors are basically $4.99, and that goes out every month, and that is just a good way to support without having to do without having to back in and do something like remember to do super chats every month, or maybe I gave him a little bit last month, I'm gonna shoot him a little more tonight. It's just a good way. It's automatic. It comes out just like a super chat every month, and I get all that money. So that's very nice and very thoughtful if you guys consider that. Outside of that, man, just sub and like these videos, like them up, because I want to see if I'm trying to figure out what YouTube wants. We were doing really good on the viewership on a lot of these games, and then after they started looking at the when they started looking at sponsorships and looking to enact and make all that go, everyone died off. I mean, everybody died off. There's a few guys that are still doing well, but their stuff was so big, I don't think they were ever going to be punished by YouTube in that stint. So being a low man on the totem pole, it's kind of putting back in the work again. So I don't know if that's what's going to help, but it sure helps. It can't hurt. How about that? Can't hurt. All right, there's a copper there, so that's where we're going to go. And we'll just delete all these out until we get what we need there in copper. So let's go ahead, let's edit our waypoint. We'll put it right there. Close enough anyway. And then let's go ahead, and we've got one O2 cartridge, so let's go back and swing through and pick one of those up. When I'm gonna start to explain. All right. Well, yeah, I can talk about that. Let me at least get to the copper field, so I don't get out here and get lost. Because there's a pretty decent story behind that. Let's see. Can I transfer this stuff to cargo? Yeah. Look at there. Woo! All right. So we can only do 20. Alright, so the rest of that, let's just go ahead and chunk some of this, because I want to keep copper, because I don't really need iron right now. I know everything with the sanitation is all going to be refined, so I'm going to have to go use refined materials. So we'll have to go get a few other different and nefarious things, but we'll be able to come back to that. Now, I really like these guys have really updated the lighting in this map. So every lighting has got this dynamic orbish kind of glow, real space age. The night lighting, I think, has gotten about 3 or 4 times better than it was. The texturing on the vehicle, the wheels, I mean, the dirtiness of it. I mean, I don't know. These guys did a lot of work on this first update. So kudos to them. So if that's something, all this stuff has gotten major texture updates. So which is really good. Kind of excited to see that. I always like it when developers do what the community asks them to do, because they're the ones playing the game, they're the ones that have bought the game, and it's always super nice when they throw a dog a bone, so to speak. All right, now we got to find where our waypoint is. I'm always fun looking around here. It's stupid. I don't know that they've updated anything with this, so this looks like I'm gonna go up about the same way. All right. Yeah, I gotta fix. Basically, I don't know if I installed something. I must have installed some type of a software or a piece of software, and when I deleted that software out, it took a few things with it, and I guess it took out some registry files. But like my command.exe file, the one that starts programs, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. What happened is it's not allowing me to install the drivers to get a lot of my stuff that I use for X-Plane to work. So I'm kind of a little bit stuck right now because I'm going to need to reset and re-back up everything, and then I'm going to need to go back in and completely reinstall Windows 10, and then reinstall Steam and all my mods and all the all the if, ands, and buts, and then get things going back again. So I'm just kind of waiting for a good time, and depending on what happens here with YouTube in the next I'd say 3 or 4 days. Then I'm just going to use this time to go ahead and take a break from it, get the computer back up, and get X-Plane done, and just not even return to live stream until that's finished up. So alright, so I know this is a pretty tough little area right here. I almost got lost in here the other day. I was trying to go back in here and see what I was doing, so I'm still looking to see. I kind of feel like I should be seeing some. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and jet through there. Alright, I just want to keep double checking the map. Yeah, because see, I'm going way off here. But I guess I've got to go all the way around this, I'm hoping. Hey, look at there. There's the Mars rover. So that's what we got. So a lot of these propellants, rubber seals, copper wires, we'll have to come back and pull some of these things. We can forage from things that have been left on here. So we don't really know what I need yet. So I don't want to fill up all my cargo holds quite yet until we know what we actually really need. Alright, so I found this resource pool. Let's just see what's in it. Silica carbon. Okay, well, it's got 35% of it is going to be carbon. So let's just wait a minute. Nope, that's this one. Iron and aluminum. Okay, keep going. There's a crate back there. Alright, so this one did not take me that way. Dang it. Alright. Now we get to go back. This is part of the fun. I think it's part of a little bit more of the challenging section of this map. This map expands enormously once you start getting the range on your vehicle and all that good stuff. I mean, there's tons of stuff to upgrade on these vehicles, but especially once you get into the range and the capacities and the cargoes, then things really start going up. So the amount of range that you can actually go, excavate for your different materials, and especially once you start looking into getting into digging in these holes and stuff. A lot of these, once you move up in vehicles, your vehicles move faster, they excavate more material, and things happen a little bit more fast. So this is a good progression. At least so far what I have done, I haven't felt like it's been too terribly slow. But there's a fine line balance, I think, with games like this, to where they're too drudgy. They just feel like they just drudge on and on and on and on and on. You might as well just be out here with a shovel doing it yourself. Getting lost makes it interesting, yeah. Well, not interesting if you wind up, go ahead and kicking a bucket out here. Because you kick the bucket, man, you ain't coming back. And then you got to start all the way back over, rebuilding everything, collecting materials for everything. So it's definitely in your interest to make sure that you, find everything you need. Now, I do have water and I do have food, but I do not have them yet to be able to fill up anything, because I'm still finding the materials for that. So a lot of like O2 canisters and those things you can fill up. But right now you can actually scavenge throughout the crates. You can find med kits, you can find food rations, you can find water rations, all those things in those dropped crates, which is kind of nice because that just kind of keep things going. And there's my waypoint. Yay! Whoa, face reveal, what's up? So Scrub, how are you, man? Yeah, we've had the face reveal thing going on here for quite a while, but yeah, man. All right. Ah, there it is. All right, now we're looking for copper, so we're just going to delete everything that we get to that's not copper. And so whatever's not in there, we'll go ahead and, oh yeah, there we go. All right, so there's our percentages of what we get. So 35% chance of copper every single time. So there's 2 right off the bat, so that's good. Wait, that's in the avatars. Well, that's a good looking avatar there, buddy. It's the first time Apple got it right. Alright, so it's about 3, 4, 5. So once these go, I'll go ahead and delete some of this extra stuff that I'm not going to need, and we'll try to keep as much copper as we can here in our JCB unit here. I can't wait to upgrade some of these vehicles, or at least maybe get into the next vehicle. I could see having something small, but I also can see having the bigger stuff that takes a lot of this all at one time. So you might go in there, and once you've got storage, you'll be able to find more of these resource veins. And you're supposed to, as you kind of keep going, you're supposed to always be, you know, scanning and checking for new material and resource pools and those kind of things. So. Alright, so let's see what we do have in the vehicle. So copper wise, we've got, okay, so we've got 24, so we've got all that we need of copper. So we can go ahead and finish that building up. Let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and fill up, see what we need. We can always throw some things in storage there, depending on what our next refinery process needs. That's the only thing that's kind of when it gets good. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to this refining, because if anybody was ever Division fans, I love the crafting and going through and collecting all this stuff. This is kind of the same idea, just without the combat. Alright, let's see. Now I got to find my way back up out of here. I think that might be it. Oh, yeah, we got out of there before the tornadoes got. So I don't really have much radiation protection, so I'm going to kind of steer clear of that. Probably once we get down here, I'm going to start going through some of these crates to see if I can find some water, because that'll be the next thing that I need to be making sure that I don't... a lot of people, at least what I've seen people get caught up in trying to plan things in the colony planner view. They get caught up in crafting menus, and the thing about that is you still use your oxygen, you still use other things like food and water, mainly, not the oxygen stuff, but the food and water, you still use it. So if you don't have any of that left over, then you wind up dying inside of the hab unit, which kind of was the first mistake I did. I thought, well, I'm in here, I'm protected, so I just let the game run, and went and did some things, came back to it, and I was dead. I was like, oh no. So this is one of those games, if you want to stop out of it, there is no pause. You just gotta quit. All right, just go ahead and charge everything up. Then we'll go throw these over there on our refinery. Which I love this feature now. So just got to get close enough for it to. There we go. Alright, so copper is the last thing we needed, so there we go. So there's copper, there's that. So we got 56 of 70 in the vehicle. Suit is 6 of 10, so let's see if we can't just... Now available. So there we go. Refined iron, copper, aluminum, silica, carbon, and alloy. All those are coming right out of this, so you can go over and open up your 3D printer inventory. But first, as always, it should be inactive. And it is, because we don't have any power hooked up. So that's the things here need some fixing too. But first, let's go ahead and let's see if we can't find us a crate here, and we can't find some water. Now I know I've got so I've got ammo and a couple of canisters there for stuff. We need water and food ration to charge your cell phone. There you go, man. So a lot of these are sanitation tablets, which we don't really necessarily need right now. But these do have other things in them as well. Refined irons, magnesiums, refined copper. So you can take those things and put them into your suit and use those cargoes, which is kind of nice. It's kind of neat how they do structure some of that, which gives you a chance to use some things and get some things out of your inventory. But it gives you lots of choices in lots of different directions of where you want to go. So I mean, it's a little bit of a sandbox. It's got some form to it, but I don't know. It's just fun. I kind of wish there was some multiplayer action to where you could go into someone's game or map and you could, go and collect and start building and have some help doing these things. That would have been a very, very nice feature, and one I don't think would have been terribly hard. Although I'm not a not a game designer, so I don't know. They seem to do it for the other games, but more of these smaller teams here, they usually don't get into that. Alright, so now I already checked that one, so that's good. This is good. This arrays needs some work. Let's go and fix this one right quick while we're here. Oh, yeah, there we go. $55. I got a feeling that these solar charging units here cost more than $55. Alright, so I think all that's good. And that one's okay, that one's gonna need some fixing. We'll just use the we'll use this thing to walk around here and charge and fix all our stuff up. I think we had something here on the back of this one. Yeah, see, storage here on the hab is it's all full too. So let's go ahead, let's grab one more of those. Now you can fill these back up. Alright, so there, antiseptic, sanitation, copper, regulators. Oh yeah, there's a O2 regulator, I believe. And I think one of those does do the water and the food. Small med kits, batteries, canisters, emergency rations, emergency hydration pouch. So yeah, so we can transfer 2 of those. We can put them up here. Now, once we hit 2, and there goes our water. There you go. So we're back to 100% on our water, just as an emergency ration kit there. So it's kind of cool how you can use that stuff. And these things do replenish. So, once you get in those, once you come back into the game, they will replenish, which is kind of nice. All right, so there was that expedition in. So it gave us some Expert Survivor 2, rank 9. I have no idea whether or not that's any good, but I haven't died yet, so that's got to be a positive. All right. Let me do this right here. Alright, so here is our main basic refinery. So now we get to go over to a wiring mode and we get to connect these two together. Let's give her some juice and then we'll stretch this one over from there to there. And now we've got everything that's got some power. Everything is up and up. So our last one here will be our sanitation. And once we get our refined metals from there, which is something I'm just going to start today, so you guys will get to watch this first time, because I have yet to do this part of it. So let's run on over. Go ahead and go over here and let's fix this right quick while we're here. Oh no. Wait a minute. Let's do this. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see. I think can you? Okay. See, I love how you can do this now from here. Now this was stuff you could do. So here's my cargo. Here's what I have. So I've got 200 items in there. So what I want to do is go ahead for right now. I'm just going to transfer all of this in here so that next time we go digging, we'll have a completely empty unit. And we should this is good here. I didn't have this last time, so now kind of figured out a few more things, and I still only have 6 to 10 now. I can upgrade, I believe, my suit capacity, but it's not going to get up much more than 10. So all these will hold my items, and this right here is our refinery. So this is what everything everything that comes in and out of this place. I think we've got to get close enough to it. There we go. So building inventory. So here is what you do now. So refine now. Let's yeah, let's refine some stuff. So actually, you know what? Before we do that, I need to make sure that I go back and because I had to stop the mission because I don't have any mission tabs. So let me go back and reactivate the mission. I'm glad I thought about that. And that'll tell me exactly what I need so I don't wind up wasting a lot of material away. Don't ever hesitate. Just take your time with this game. Not in a rush. What I come in here to do? Almost forgot what I came in here to do. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so that's good. Everything's wired up. Now let's go back into our trade post. Waste manager, and let's accept this mission. There we go. Alright. So now we've got our missions up there. So 10 refined irons, refined copper, and 2 aluminum alloys. That's what we're going to go over here and see if we've got. And then if we don't have, we'll have to go dig again and find a few more last minute things, and then we can get that going. And then I'm sure there's something else after that. I think sanitation and a few other things, maybe. Alright. Process been more suited for building and material creation. 2 times iron. Alright, so I think I'm going to have to go back and get some of those out of our cargo. Yep, that's what I'm going to have to do. So I need to... looks like I needed to put this cargo in that cargo. How about that? I don't believe it's going to do both out of both. Oops. Alright, so now let's move this back into our vehicle. I didn't see which ones. We'll just transfer all of it. Doesn't really matter. We've got the space in here anyway. Copper, nickel. Alright, let's see what happens. Hey, what's up, Zach? How are you, man? Alright, so we got to create 10 of those. Alright, so 2 irons, I think is what that says. I think that's, if I'm reading that right. Alright, so let me figure out what, 2 coppers. Alright, so let's do this. We'll switch this to this. Is that right? Now let's see if we can refine. Ah, there you go. Now we're cooking. Alright, so now we got to transfer from one cargo to the one. So got to figure out what you need. So we need aluminum, which of course we don't have. What else do we need here? Aluminum alloys, so refined iron and copper. See, I shouldn't have deleted all that iron. So I'll live to learn in another day. So I think we had pure iron, but that's not what it wants. Got titanium, pure iron, zinc. So you know what we will do? Let's go ahead. We've got 100. So we've got 100 spaces for some of this. Now, not all of this will transfer, but you've got 100 spaces here. So some of this is going to, yeah, some of this won't. Okay, so evidently you don't need zinc, nickel, or any of the rest of them. So let's go ahead and chunk these stuff. No need in keeping it. At least not right now. Drop. What is this goofy game? It's no goofy game, man. It ain't no goofier than that survival game. All these crafting games, man, they're all the same. This is cool though, man. I like this game, man. It's all about Mars. Let's see. All right, so what do I need to do now? All right, let's go double check. I think I got everything out of this one. Because you can't use it in the warehouse and then use it over there, so you have to transfer one to the other. So you can keep the building inventory like it is. You can also store in the hab. So you've got 3 storage units, but you cannot use between all 3. So if you want to refine, then what you have in the cargo hold. See, right now I have aluminum in the hab, so I can put that in the vehicle, and I also have iron in here. So once I have those, I can take them out of the hab, and then I can go back over to the refinery station, and then we can throw them up into this one, and then we can use those materials. If not, it's not going to allow you to, cross-pollinate, so to speak, on this. So you have to take them out of your vehicle and then insert them back into this cargo. So now that we've got those 2 in there, see, now we can do iron, copper, aluminum, so we can refine those. Look at that, this is kind of, it's kind of cool. See, I don't see how we get on these. Hey, what's up, Ian? And I'm well, thanks for asking, man. Alright, so let's see what that give us there. Refining complete, but I'm not exactly sure. So I guess I would need to apply that on the other one. I'm trying to see though if it'll let me know what I've got in the cargo hold. I don't guess it really matters. Alright, so iron and copper was one that we need. I'm not sure if I have to do this 10 times. 2 coppers refined. I'm not sure how many it refines, if that makes sense. So, okay, so I think that was 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's what it is. So now you've got queued up 3 of them. I think that's what that is. So that should have, at least at some point, that should got rid of most of what we had. So we got 1 copper there, 1 iron, 1 aluminum, refined iron, yada 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 yada. Alright, so let's see what happens. Alright, so we should be able to hop out of that. So what I'm doing now is trying to figure out exactly how I know what it's made. Because obviously it says 2 aluminums, 5 refines, and then 5 refined iron, but I'm trying to figure out how I know whether or not those have been done or not. Because it doesn't look like I have... Okay, there we go. So we've got, looks like 3 units, I guess. 3 units of that, 3 of refined copper. And then there's aluminum, but that's not refined unless it's aluminum alloy. Alright, so let's, we'll just hang around here for a minute. Alright, so there you go. So it's doing a couple more of these. There we go. So now we've got, I guess that's 6 in there, or 2. I don't know how it's... We'll see what this jumps up to. After this one is doing our copper here. So this goes up to 3, then it means I've got 3 in this. I really want to get that sanitation area done, because I want to start being able to collect some stuff here in the suit. And, okay, so I got 3 of those. Hey, what's up, Kyle? How are you, man? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to JCB Pioneer Mars. It's a really good game. I am thoroughly enjoying playing through some of this. I actually went from the first time I played to this one. Things went pretty quick, and I figured out kind of how to survive right off the bat. Fairly easy, so I've been kind of crutching on that until we get some of this stuff built, which it's still the point of the game. Go out and find food and water and that kind of stuff through the different crates, and through excavating and doing different opening up different things that have crash landed, whether those be through like your Mars rovers or anything like that. You can salvage materials off of that. So if you're kind of joining us here and you're wondering what this game is or what it's kind of similar to, if you've ever seen, there we go, so there's the aluminum. I'm not sure if that's the aluminum alloy, but it's pretty much kind of like The Martian. It's pretty much like The Martian with Matt Damon. except, you know, this is more of an expansion. So eventually you'll have workers, you'll have colonization, you'll have lots of things on there. So this game is really just getting started. I mean, I'm still just doing the first missions, getting the main bulk of the base, and then you have to build upon that. So you got to put in power. If you do extra things, let's say if you want to build an extra building, some type of a barrack, a living quarters, another hab unit, any of those things take a certain amount of power and water and other resources, and when you run out of that power, you have to build new solar generators or wind turbine generators. You can do helipads for emergency drops from the mothership, Earth. So there's refining is complete, at least to what I had on there. The movie sucked. I thought it was great. Well, see, goes to show, man. You never know. You never know what people like. That's why I ask y'all, man. You know, yeah, depending on the content you guys like, I like to know what you guys want to see. The hardest thing about this game is you have to figure it out for yourself. There's really not much. There's not much you can do. So. Oh, I know why that was like that. Okay, let's go and recharge here. Yeah, see, our O2 level goes down inside the JCB, so let's bump that up. We'll recharge, and then we'll go over there and see what we've got and see how much we need left. I'm not sure if it'll let us put these items in here, but we can see. Now, we also, you got to create. Now, these can't be used. There we go. I'm about to say it's not going to let me. Oh, shoot, man. I had to transfer those back. Alright, so let's go transfer our copper. And go transfer the what refined iron we do have. Alright, so cargo refined copper. So that goes back into the vehicle. Yay, there we go. Alright, so we had 3 of those. Refined iron 6. We needed to create 10 of those. We only got 2, so that sucks. And was aluminum. Refined aluminum. We'll see if that's what it needed. I'm kind of thinking it probably didn't. Probably needed the refined aluminum alloy, since that's what it says and not refined aluminum. So it's probably not going to be right. Oh no, Jimmy. Oh, it's not surprising though. Not surprising. Hard-earned tax money at work. Alright. There we go. Alright, so okay, so that actually has to be done. So we can... There we go. So there we go. So there's refined copper. So 3 of those. So the iron is something that we need a lot more of. So we shouldn't have deleted all that iron we had before. So, you know, big old... step on me. So copper and iron and then aluminum alloy, only need 2 of those. So I fit. Oh gosh, no. All right, so let's get back into this. Alright, so I'm going to try loading into one more time and see where it loads us. It crashed on us. So let's, it ticks me off. There's no save, so I'm not sure if it's a, whoops. I don't want to import that. Sorry, I'm doing something here. Alright. Yeah. Well, of course they're loading on her. I don't need to know that the views are low. It's not all about the views, man. People want to see here and do this. This video did really well. So evidently, you know, 13 or 1400 people wanted to see it. You know, there'll be 400 or 500 people want to come watch Farm Sim, but they won't want to rewatch it. So there's it's YouTube. I mean, I'm doing no different than I did before. So it's just the way it is right now. It's been that way ever since they started. Sponsorships. I'm not sure if that was a good thing or a bad thing, or if you really needed to enlist in that or get out of it. I have no idea, but you know, it was what it was. There's nothing. It just kind of stinks. Enjoy this startup music. Woo! Hey, what's going on, Silk Crow? How are you doing there, bud? It'll take a little while to load here. So I'll use this time there for anybody here that's new, that's not part of FTG here. Thank you guys for coming in, hanging out with us for a little bit as we look a little deeper into Pioneer Mars after a big old game crash. So, you know, yada yada. That's yeah, it's great. So let's see what happens when it actually allows us to continue game here. Don't forget too, I've got a couple of Twitter polls there on the Twitter page, so hit those up there, and Full Tilt, and then Full Tilt Gaming obviously on Facebook, and as well as our brand new FTG United Steam page. So we'll start doing some things there with the Steam page here in the very near future. Put some announcements and some other bigger live streams that we're planning, multiplayer events, those kinds of things. That's where we'll be able to use that, since I can't really put out blanket messages here from YouTube. All right, let's see what it does. If it does, if it starts us all the way in the beginning, this is gonna be bad. Oh man, it did. I don't think it saved any of that. Yeah, all right. Well, that puts a definite sour taste in my mouth, so I believe I'm gonna cut it there tonight. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, that's about the time I wanted to spend on this one. Unfortunately, we got about half of it done, and I guess the computer said, "Well, we're going to back up and take that back." So anyway, it looks like we're going to be missing out on that. So let me just show you real quick while I'm here at the hab. I wanted to showcase a couple of the vehicles that are going to be able for purchase here once you get enough coins and all that good stuff. So yeah, there's some Waste Manager mission, so at least it kept it up to there, and that's about it. So we've got the JMC X18 basic gloves, what we in now, and this one right here. Now these things have tons of upgrades with big old huge, you know, big old huge crane arms and excavators, and then you've got this one. You got the Big Daddy here. This is 100,000. It's on tracks. This one I guess is gonna be a little quicker because you'll be able to dig, plus be able to store a lot more. This one's gonna be a big digger. I'm not sure if you'll take this out and then you'll use this in the fields, and then you'll use this to transport. I'm not exactly sure how they're gonna put all that together, but you know, we'll see what happens on that. So unfortunately, game crash just just kind of ticks me off on that, but you know, nothing I can do. There's no save game on this. Just to give you a little update on our tech tree for our suit here. So we have upgraded a few things. Now we've got 32,000 JCB credits and 54,000 RP. But we've got basically up to the level 4. So we could go ahead and pretty much research point this all the way out, because they're really cheap. It's 4,000 on those, but I'm just going to save those and keep saving as much of these as we can, so that we eventually can move into the JCB vehicles, hopefully soon. So okay, let me just do one little quick here while I'm here, and just do a little information those that may have never seen it and kind of want to see what else you can do. So research units are going to be coming in at a later update, at least from the way I read it in the forums and whatnot. Workforce units are not up and operational yet, but basically you have barracks and you have kitchens. So those are the two things. Now industrial units, recycling center is going to be next, but the basic refinery is there, and then after that, so you've got a couple of different power units. You've got your fuel burn, you've got your solar panels array, and your wind turbines. Storage units, which you've already done, which is the warehouse right there. Hydroponics, we've already done that. A landing pad is the other thing that I have not built yet, so that is where they can airdrop in supplies and fly them out here to Mars to you. Hyperbole there, hyperbolically speaking, that's what they can do. They'll just jiffy it right up there to you. So anyway, landing pads there and O2 generators we've done. Now you will be able to go into next new levels, which will create more, but also require more power and all that other good stuff. So right now, all of our stuff down here is very small. So we've got there's our hydroponics right there, and there's O2 generators there. So we've still got a little ways to go, but it's a good start. I just kind of hate it did a fatal crash there, because there's no way to save it, but at least the autosave wasn't too far behind the pan. So anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us here. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of this, and we'll continue on a little bit more with JCB. But obviously, if you want to see more of this, go ahead and like these videos. Go ahead and view these videos. Throw some comments down there and let me know what's up. Yeah, good night there, Jimmy. And anyway, we'll be back tomorrow night. I believe we're going to be back in with some farming. Farming did fairly decent this past week, so I'm going to stick in with some farming, and then we'll continue on with something else. Maybe we'll see the rest of 2.4 there with the Mexico update with ATS. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back here soon, probably tomorrow night, 10:30 to 11 Eastern-ish time, and we'll see what's happening, guys. So we'll check you later. It's been fun, but most of all, it's been real fun. We'll see you. Peace.